Welcome to Ali Care, and I'm Thea. We're going to talk about vagina care. Ladies, I am here for you, and I want to tell you some of the tips and things that I know would help you if you are troubling with any of these issues that I might mention. Okay, that area is one of the most important part and the cleanest part of our body, but sometimes things can happen because it's so delicate and need to be properly cared for. These are some of the things that we should do to prevent us from getting yeast infection, from getting big bumps and warts and genital warts, all kind of things that will happen to it, smelly panty, bad odor and everything. So one of them is basically hair bumps. Most persons who wax believe that wax reduce hair bumps or prevent hair bumps. Which one is correct? It reduces the hair bumps, it does not prevent hair bumps. And how you might get hair bumps while waxing is basically most of the hair that will come out from the hair root. When you pull that wax, it will come out straight from the hair root. And so the way how your skin would heal if you get a cut is the same way it will heal when you get waxing. The healing side effect might not be as harsh as when you get a big cut, but you might feel it itching and you might get hair bumps trying, like other hairs, like baby hair that was already in the follicles. Sometimes you have double layers of hair fighting to come through, but it was so fine because you're wondering if the hair is pulling out from the root. There are other fine baby hair that was trying to make its way, and because of that the follicles heal with it, because once you jog and you get that little sparkle of a little blood or a little water coming, healing is going to take place. And because this hair rip through the skin, healing is going to take place. So it heal up with that hair, and that little baby hair get mature now and want to find its way and can't find its way, so it develop a bump underneath the skin. So this is why Vaginal come in place, where the waxologist should give you a steam to open up the follicles so the skin can breathe and to extract that hair from the bump so the bump can go down and give you less fatigue. Now, it is okay for you to have properly clinical care with your vagina on a regular basis. Just like how you brush your teeth, you should think about your vagina the same way, by always caring for it. You will also get bumps after intercourse, reason being if you do not pay attention to your body. And why? When your significant other discharge inside you, it doesn't, even if you go and pee and you go and shower, all of it don't come out at once. And this is why we always tell you after intercourse to go and get a shower and to pee. It also helps the bladder, but everything don't come out at once. It's gonna take a little time for all the fluids to come out, and while that is happening, you can because of the body sweat between and the body secretion exchanging between the two partners. If you have open follicles after hair removal and the sweat that is coming from your partner plus your sweat, and when we sweat is bacteria, oil and dirt come from our body, so all of that will go into the hair bump and give into the follicles and give you a bump that will cause a pussy effect. And if a hair is there, it's only going to make it worse. Sometimes no hair is there, but just the follicle getting that bacteria will give you a bump. And those are the most painful and unpleasant bump that will stay there and escalate wider, especially if you use your hand without washing it and squeeze it. One of the things that can happen to make sure this doesn't happen is make sure after any hair removal service is to wait at least 8 to 24 hours and let your significant other have a shower immediately before they proceed to do that lovely thing that you guys do, right? Make sure he or she have a shower. The next thing that can happen to make sure you don't have any discomfort out there is choosing the best product for you down there. The best product for you, if you know that you have a sweaty butt and you know your skin is always oily down there, always moist down there, use things that absorb oil and not give you more oil or keep the area moist. You want to absorb that moisture. Undies, wear a proper undie, like preferable cotton. Next thing that you want to make sure to do is your regular vaginal, because if the pores is always open, then you need to absorb all the sweats from within those open follicles to make sure, because when you have a sweaty butt and that area is sweaty, you're gonna easily have more odor than the person which area is dry. It's just that the person area that is dry, it's discomforting, because the skin can feel a little bit discomfort, and the hair when growing back will itch more. So it's best, if you realize that down here is dry, is to keep the area moist so the follicles can push out the hair without fighting. If it is moist, use things to absorb the moisture. Also, check your undies. Do not look on the discharge and say, okay, it's an okay discharge. Look, if it's like it's come out like a powdery form, you know you need to see the doctor. If it come out yellowish and looking away, you need to see the doctor. Do not just go and say, okay, and I'll have a little smell because I don't shower from morning, and think it's okay. No. Check yourself, check that odor that is coming from you before you shower. Don't shower and think that make it okay. Check it first and have regular visit with your gynecologist, and you know, get to understand your body when it's act up and when it don't act up, especially after menstrual cycle. Or menstrual cycle take couple days to clear up. Some ladies are so eager, or the spouse, the significant other, the opposite gender is eager to have intercourse, especially if your cycle lasts over 5 to 7 days. It's like they're starving for you. So as soon as you see it clear up, you run, go and do it. Unless you're trying to have baby because you know the ovulation period and so forth. But it's best to also make sure that your body is properly clean and you finish drain before you go and do that thing. Because with that thing and the discharge, with your menstrual cycle and the discharge that he might left in you, and even the lubricants that come off the rubber, if he's using a rubber, it can make you have an odor for a couple days. And I've seen where a lot of ladies go through that when they will think that, okay, it's a yeast infection or so forth. That can also cause an yeast infection because it's two bacteria going together, and your body only can deal with your bacteria. Most time your body break down your bacteria faster to give you a clean smell. But when somebody else won't mix with you, it's gonna take a little time for it to go. So make sure that you check yourself and you check your partner before. Most of the things that will happen to you during intercourse is the male. If the male is not properly circumcised or the skin cannot go completely down, what is going to happen? That butter, I'm going to call it butter, that is around that area of the penis head, that basically need to wash off before he go into you and leave that inside of you. How small your clitoris is, skin down the clitoris and take away that butter and wash properly between the labia area before you go and have an intercourse. Because once you start to sweat, all of those bacteria from that butter between the two of you going to sweat down into the vulva and cause you an yeast infection. Let me know if these tips help you, and if you having any issue, please comment below, or you can contact me by the email section, or you can just visit the spa and we will definitely have a consultation with you, and we'll give you the best hair removal service that we think fits your body. And if you have any question, we'll just answer it. I am Thea and this is Ali Care. Stay tuned for the next video. Don't forget to share this video, like and comment. Thank you so much for watching.